you hear me? Yeah, I think you can. Hi, my name's Filip, and I'm going to talk about Dart. But first, let's talk about the web. Well, web is obviously the biggest and probably the most promising platform of today. Let's have a look of what a developer can use when he wants to program for the web on the client side. Well, he uses JavaScript, obviously. He probably wants to use some of the improvements over JavaScript, so CoffeeScript, Closure, whatever, different combinations. And his IDE is probably a simple text editor. So this is what it boils down to. You have JavaScript, some sugar on top, and a text editor. Now, you might not see anything wrong with that, but that's because you guys are JavaScript gurus. You live and breathe JavaScript all day long, so of course this comes natural to you. But consider a normal developer that just comes to web and tries to develop something for that, right? So to come to take it closer to you, imagine that you're a macOS developer, and all you can use on macOS is a scripting language and Vim. So, for example, you're Adobe, and you want to do Photoshop, and you need to use Python and Vim for that. Is it possible to do that? Of course it is. But do you really want to do that? Probably not. But this is exactly what is happening right now on the web. So you only have JavaScript, and so people who want to do really, really complex stuff are really sad about that because they can't use that, right? So it's even sadder than that. So a lot of people right now are actually using Java to program for the web, sorry. And that is even sadder, right? So for example, Gmail is actually built in Java and cross-compiled to JavaScript. So we obviously need more choice, and Dart is all about choice. So let's have a look what Dart really is. So Dart, first, is a programming language. You probably know this. It's a programming language that has some improvements, syntactical improvements over JavaScript, but also semantical. If you're really quick, you can see that here I'm using lexical scoping just like that, no magic, it just works. It's not only programming language though, it's also a set of libraries. It's IDE that lets you do stuff like step-by-step debugging. It's also a command line VM or any other VM, and it's also a cross-compiler, so a compiler to JavaScript, so that you can run your Dart code today in any modern browser. And it's so much more, but of course I only had 4 minutes for that, so I can't run into details. But please, if you're interested, look into this page. There's a lot of stuff there, and if you're even more interested, you can visit my code lab tomorrow morning. So thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Filip.